Hello everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Turbo Ranked, where we delve into game customization, game, hero item mechanics and strategies, and most importantly, we played the game to provide quality content. In this episode, we're going to create a hero guide for IO. We're going to start by clicking on the Heroes tab, followed by Guides tab, and then we click on Create, search for IO, and press OK. We're going to drag Magic Stick as our starting item, Sage's Mask, Ring of Regen, a Casual Observer Ward, and the Sentry. Now in the early game, we're going to look what our Magic Wand builds into. It's Magic Stick, Sage's Mask into an Urn of Shadows, and the Ring of Regen into Headdress. Because Headdress is cheaper than Urn of Shadows, I'm going to want it to complete it before the Urn of Shadows. And I'm also going to buy a casual Ring of Health. Now we move to core items. For the core items, I'm going to want to continue upgrade the Magic Wand into a Holy Locket. The Holy Locket is special because of its passive ability, which amplifies all the heals I provide by 30%, which I think is really great. And then next, I'm going to want to upgrade this headdress into a mechanism, and when activated, it provides an AoE health to everyone around me. And next, I'm going to want to upgrade the Urn of Shadows into Spirit Vessel. Now this is not done every game. Some games I stick with my casual Urn of Shadows, while other games I upgrade it to a Spirit Vessel. It is great to use as an offensive tool against heroes such as Huskar or Morphling to prevent them from healing. Could be also used at some tanky heroes like Axe or Centaur Warrunner and other that benefit from regeneration. Next, we're going to go for a Glimmer Cape. Glimmer Cape is a great tool to hide from bad fights. And next, I'm going to buy a Shroud. Shroud provides magic resistance against lineups that have a lot of magic. It also gives us mana for 20% of the it gives 20% of the incoming spell damage. And lastly, we're going to go for a Vanguard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is our core items most of the games, and here we're going to choose another line of core items number 2. And in this one, we're going to stick with a casual magic stick, magic wand I mean, and we're not going to upgrade it. And we're going to also stick with a casual Urn of Shadows. And next, we're going to go for Vanguard. This is a highly selfish build, and yet it is very powerful in helping your team into victory. Now we go for a Heart of Task, a Shadow Blade, and lastly a Lotus Orb. This build has garnered me much commendations of the games, because in turbo games you can get the gold for these items very fast. Now this lineup of items is great for games that is going alright or very well for yourself. In games that are a little bit harder, this lineup is much more powerful and potent. Now we're going to add a new group, and we're going to call it Alright, and now here we're going to build it by adding in this column. We're going to add regeneration. Followed by a tanky column. In this first line, first row, we're going to add utility items. The row is like this and the column is like this. And we're going to add a blade mill. For the next column, for the next row I mean, we're going to add passive items. Assault Cuirass, Aghanim's Scepter, Shard, Aeon Disc. So first row we have utility items. Second row it is passive items. First column it is regeneration. Second is tanky. Third it is going to make sense, and this one is amplifications. Next we're going to go with halberd. Abyssal. Gleipnir. Bloodstone. And pike. These are also items that makes us more powerful, as in right click. So when you want to go right click, you could buy these items as your core items. And now lastly we'll go for boots, bearing, travels, face boots, guardian greaves, power treads. And this is our build. In the first column we have much regeneration. This one also gives us regeneration based on passively and when we hit. This one also increases our health regeneration, it amplifies, and our lifesteal amplification, and more health regeneration. This one makes us tankier, and this is a luxury item that we also might need in the very late game. We might need to move around with. This is more damage focused, face boost, and yeah, and this one is amplification for magical amplification. We have spell and mana, spell lifesteal. This one as well upgrades your spell lifesteal and shares it with people you are linked with, and this one improves your spell lifesteal as well. This you can call the survivability, this column here. You have to switch between the power treads to make it as efficient as possible, but this is your survivability, and we are going to call it Turbo IO Guide. And for the role, it's difficult. I would say a tank. However, in the options, I'm going to pick support, position 4 support maybe, or offline, yeah. so I'm going to go offlane. A tanky hero. And the overview is a space where you, if you want to place a description, and I'm going to leave it empty. Neutral items, I'm also going to keep it empty. Now for neutral items, I would like to take items that provide some form of mana, like this arcane ring or royal jelly, because my build is highly dependent on health regeneration. It provides very little mana regeneration. Now for abilities, we're always going to start with tether, followed by overcharge, tether again, overcharge, and tether again. Now when we have reached this point, it's always better to heal ourselves than healing our ally. So if I have, say, a healing salve or charge on my Urn of Shadows, I give it to myself at this point. Before this point, when I'm like this, then it is better to give it to my ally. If he's low health and I'm full health, then I give it to him instead of myself. But when I reach 3 levels in tether and 2 levels in overcharge, or just casual 3 levels here, it is better to give it to myself, because then we are both benefiting from it. And whenever possible, we pick our relocate, because we can save or gank. And now everything that flows through us gives more to our ally. And we are going to go here, and our first point here, we pick Talentry whenever possible. Now I like to go by giving as much as possible to my ally. So I'm going to pick these 3, but at level 25 I go always with attack tethered allies target, because to me I think it is very powerful. Sometimes I do pick this one when my supporting or healing and mana regeneration to my allies is not enough. Then I go when it is hard for them, I pick this one. But when my healing and protection for my allies is enough, then I go with this to help them take down the enemy or buildings faster, a little bit faster. So level 11, we go to maximize our overcharge, 12 ultimate, 13, 14, 15. This one is max now. This one 18, 17, there's no points, it goes to stats. 20, we have already chosen. 25, that's it, we're done. Yeah. I'm very happy with this, and we hit save, and then I'm going to publish it. Now it is going to be displayed on my Steam profile, where I can share it with my friends and strangers and ask them to subscribe to it and give it a like after they have played it and tried it. So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this episode and wish to see more content like this, then consider giving the video a like and subscribe to help the YouTube algorithm promote our video and channel, as this would help us greatly. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.